ECU. Thanks for tuning into another episode of The Flash. I'm Tina and this is Trevor.
So Tina, have you been enjoying your homecoming week so far?
Yeah, I have. From the outdoor movie to all the sporting events, it's been a great week.
While homecoming week has always been a highlight here at ECU, many people don't know that this tradition started many years ago at the University of Missouri.
Homecoming is a week of fun-filled activities here at Eastview. From coronation, to the outdoor movie, to the homecoming game, and finally the dance. But the origin of this week is unknown for most. The tradition started at the University of Missouri.
So, homecoming started in 1911 here at Mizzou, and we are recognized by Trivial Pursuit, Jeopardy, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire as the originators of the homecoming, also by the NCAA. But it actually started because the MUKU game had been moved from Kansas City, the home football game, back to a college campus. And the athletic director at the time, Chester Brewer, was afraid that people weren't going to come home for the football game. So he actually hand-wrote letters to alumni asking them to come home for the game. The game ended in a 3-3 tie, but it did start homecoming.
Homecoming at Mizzou is now a month-long celebration, starting with a parade and ending with a bonfire. And thanks to them, we now have our own homecoming traditions. Reporting for The Flash, this is Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki, for that look into the history of homecoming. So, Tina, have you seen any good movies lately?
Not really, but Kelly got a behind-the-scenes look at a remake of a classic movie premiering this weekend.
This movie will be off the hook.
Welcome to Fame!
The movie Fame was one of the biggest films in the 1980s. It was glorified for its music, and 20 years later, the remake is finally here, opening in theaters tomorrow. Naturi Naughton plays the role of Denise, one of the 5 high school students followed throughout their high school years in a specialty school in New York City for music and performance.
She really has a hard time finding herself at first.
You guys produce?
I'm actually working on a track right now, and we need a singer.
When she does, which a lot of teenagers are, on the verge of doing, that growth is so important.
Fame is a must-see for high school students because it shows the ups and downs of trying to live your dreams and make them a reality while having to go through school at the same time.
People don't know that fame has a cost, and I think people should see this movie because they need to know the truth. They need to see the dirty side of it, the gritty side, and triumphant side once you get through it. So go see it if you want to feel good and be inspired by it.
So make sure you go check out one of the most anticipated films of the year, Eastview. Reporting for The Flash, this is Kelly.
Yes!
Wow!
Baby, look at me.
Thanks, Kelly. Make sure you go check it out. Fame premieres in theaters tomorrow.
Our girls volleyball team has many new faces to this year's team. Melroe went out to get the story.
After finishing state runner-up last year, this year's volleyball team brings a mixture of returning and new players to the court.
We did lose 9 seniors last year. Players that came back this year are also really good players and they're really carrying the team well.
Last year's senior class was very talented, but this year's team has a number of new people ready to step up.
We've got a really young team this year. These girls have done a great job stepping up, filling the roles of the seniors last year. So they're bringing a lot to the team.
Even with such a young team, they still have hopes of ending the year at state.
I have high expectations for the season, as I do every season, but after seeing what we've done so far against a lot of the better teams that we've played, it kind of raised our ceiling up a little higher than what we had initially thought, so I have high expectations.
With leadership from the veterans and talent from the new young players, the team looks to make another run at the X. Reporting for The Flash, this is Andrew.
Thanks, Melroe. They sure are a talented young team. Come cheer on the girls tonight at home at 7.
Trevor, this week when I've been walking around school, I feel like someone's been following me.
What do you mean you're being followed?
Just watch the credits.
All right, ECU, see you later.
See ya.